Right, we're going live now. Think we're live on YouTube. Don't think we've been live this entire time, which is really interesting. So let's run through a little bit of a stream introduction once again. You'll have to excuse me, Spitzlam. MX5 Cups at Mont. We did this before. We did this before off camera, ladies and gentlemen. Mont MX5 Cups. Me and Spitzlam in the booth. Mont in Canada. 2.6 kilometers of circuit, 17 corners. Exciting racing ahead. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I am. I love this track. Raced it before in Grid Autosport. If you've ever raced that, you'll know it. Let's look at the championship standings before we jump quickly into qualifying. Ryan Skywalker at the top of the pack. About 400 points clear of Max 7. With a good pair of results today, he will move well clear and win the championship with a couple of rounds to remaining. Max 7 in second position, Dennis Bosman in third. He's up into third ahead of Henry Comsey, who's dropped down 2 positions into fifth. Guliczek in fourth. Roger Sales sticks there in sixth position, but he's very close behind Henry Comsey now, barely 20 points between them. And then Lil Skittle and Hugh Jass both up 2 positions in 7th and 8th position. Alexander Gray and Michelle Rodriguez missing last week. Michelle Rodriguez indeed missing still this week. He could lose out on that 10th position to a closing Diogo Texeira. Let's jump to the qualifying. I'm losing track of where we are because of that interesting start to the race. But currently we've got Max 7 at the start, at the head of the leadership. Sorry, I'm all discombobulated because of my own mistake here. Max 7 at the head of the pack currently. He's in provisional pole position with 20 seconds of qualifying remaining. He's put in a lap time of 1:47.132, very close behind Ryan Skywalker, 1:47.157, and Dennis Bosman now improving his lap time into a 1:47.168. Top 3 drivers separated by 3/100ths of a second, even 3/100ths of a second. Crazy close in the top 3. Henry Comsey close behind in 4th, and Guliczek in 5th. Checkered flag falls. Most brief qualifying session you'll ever see on a Track Titan Community Race stream, but it wasn't brief for us in the commentary booth, Spitzlam. I have to apologise.
I think I'm used to it.
We love it. We love it. Track Titan Community Race series. You wouldn't change it for the world, would you? No. Qualifying, as I said, checkered flag has fallen. Let's look at who's yet to improve on their lap time. So we've got Smells Like We. He's got a new name change for next week. We'll wait until next week to reveal that one, but it's Zulu. He puts in a lap time of 1:53.14. That's not enough to get himself anywhere above 13th. An absolute stinker from Smells Like We. Who else is waiting to cross the line here? Juiced Wayers there. Crosses the line with a 1:54.17. He goes into 14th position, doesn't improve on his lap time. Guliczek in 5th position, looking to improve on his lap time. And indeed he does. He stays in 5th position, but he's only 7/100ths behind Henry Comsey in 4th position. Very tight in that battle for 4th then. And then we've got the last few drivers on track here. We've got Henry Comsey, who we've been following before. He's going to come across the line. Can he improve on his lap time? Get himself up from 4th position? He can't. Stays in 4th position for now. Ryan Skywalker, can he get himself onto the pole position? Not this time around. And then lastly, it's Dennis Bosman coming out of the final corner, or indeed coming into the pits. He's content with his lap time, and that's how it's going to start. Max 7 from Ryan Skywalker, from Dennis Bosman, from Henry Comsey at the start of the race. Mont Tremblant, exciting circuit, very tricky. We haven't on the stream had much of a run through. Can we do more TV battles? Oh, of course we can. Let's get the TV cameras on the cars. We'll get some in-depth look at them.
Let's mount the GoPros to the cars. Let there be fun.
There's roll cages to mount them to, so we're all right. Let's get the cockpit cameras on the go. Looking forward, looking backwards.
Truly, that's true. The sky is the limit, even for these races.
Certainly is for these races.
We're commentating just almost all of the qualifying without the stream being started. Look up the Track Titan.
These community races are good fun. I love them. Hey, we got it out of our system. We're getting ready to go here at Mont Tremblant. 1:13 until the red lights go on. Now, usually ask you, Spitslam, who's going to be in the lead by the first corner, but the first corner isn't so much of a corner here, so I've got to ask you, who's going to be in the lead by, what is the fourth corner, the S's? Who's going to be in the lead by the first braking zone?
How not curvy this track is, I guess. So that's quite a long time. I think
is.
Even someone from the back, like Alex, could have a chance. Maybe even more.
True.
If Juice gets a very good start, he can be first by
well, I mean,
4 corners.
What's your pick then? What's your pick?
Then I will go with a concrete pick, and it will be Henry, who will start the race, go into first by the 4th corner, will fuck it up. No, I'm sorry. It will mess it up at the last lap somehow.
Wow. Okay.
It's Henry.
That's a bold prediction. Okay, we'll see if Henry Comsey can capitalise on that and get himself into the lead by the start of the braking points. We've got 6 red lights on for the drivers here. Juice Fairs is in the pit. 6 red lights go out now, and away we go. And that's a lovely start from Max Newt 7 there in the purple Mazda. Ryan Skywalker bolted off the line. He's in that line Mazda. He did not get the start that he particularly wanted, getting flashed around the first corner by Henry Comsey. Now, Henry Comsey going side by side with Dennis Bosman here, fighting over second position. Max Newt 7 away and clear. Dennis Bosman getting a bit of overspeed on Ryan Skywalker by the first braking zone, and indeed it's Max Newt 7 who leads them in through the S's now. Ryan Skywalker, Dennis Bosman, Henry Comsey filtering through. Henry Comsey dropping back from Dennis Bosman right now into the clutches of Gulagjek and Hugh Jass and Lil Skittle. 3 drivers line astern with Victor Lundgren not too far behind in 8th position as they come down in towards the braking point of the wide hairpin here at the far south side of the circuit. The drivers flying by the cameras. Oh, Gulagjek's in the wall! No, he's not. Interesting network issue, but he's still on circuit, and that drama was all for nothing as the drivers finally come round this hairpin here. Was there any incidents there on the first lap, Spitzler?
I just Roger Sail losing the rear of the car a little bit and going into the wall at the beginning of the S's, so that's quite it. Gojek having problems with his internet, seems like that's not internet. That's interesting. What happened there?
Not sure what's going on with Gulagjek there, but he is rejoining the circuit. He's ran over a cameraman, although the cameraman stood in the middle of the circuit, and he continues on his merry way round in towards the Gulch, and yeah, he's in 14th position and a well off. Juice Reyes, who started from the pits, is in 15th position. Not sure why he started from the pits. Ryan Skywalker down 2 positions. He must have had an incident as they're coming up the hill now into the final sector.
You just getting bumped a little bit by Lil Skill, but still keeping it in the front. Lil Skill obviously slowed down. That's fine after racing incident. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's
Lil Skill being attacked by Victor Lundgren. That would say the DRS train. There are no DRS in this car. This is a club car. This is not F1.
Lil Skill at the inside though. Oh, and who's that backwards? Who's that backwards? That's Alex Heller. That's Alex Heller and Alexander Gray have come together. The 2 Alexes have collided on the exit of the 3rd corner.
Victor
Lundgren, Diogo Texeira, drivers dropping like flies in this 4th corner here. It's such a tricky corner. You lose a little bit of grip and you're on the grass immediately. And we've had 4 drivers off before the end of the 2nd lap here. Chaos in the top 10 here. Meanwhile, in the top 4, Ryan Skywalker is looking to regain some ground that he lost just a minute ago because he went off and lost some time to Henry Comsey and Dennis Bosman. I'm not sure what happened to him there.
First dive by Lil Skill on a huge chance, diving down to Italian Alex Albon. That's trying to get a really great pass. Still side by side. Are they side by side? No, they are. Yeah, they are almost side by side. Coming onto this little king, onto the back straight, the hump, and onto corner names. And Lil Skill just has that little more speed by going wide on that corner. So
yeah, only just.
Really nice overtake.
Only just Lil Skittle scraping himself past Hugh Jass there. Hugh Jass and Lil Skittle, of course, locked in the horns in the championship. This is a championship battle between these 2 drivers over 5th position. Oh, and Lil Skittle goes wide coming out of the bridge corner. It's blind left-hander, and he's got it all wrong coming over the hill. He's lost position to Hugh Jass now. Hugh Jass up into 5th position, and now Lil Skittle surely falls into the clutches of Smells Like Weed, not far behind.
Definitely it.
Right, there's other battles on track, though. Let's take a look at them. Roger Sale and Alex Heller are in a train. They're all trying to get up on Baby Skywalker now. Alex Heller with a bit of overspeed on Alex Heller. He's going to be tailing him round the second corner now, lifting off the brake, getting on the grass. Oh, and it's all gone wrong for Alex Heller. He's in the wall on the exit of the second corner. He's going to rejoin just ahead of Gulacek and Diogo Teixeira. He doesn't get involved in that battle, and these three drivers now come to blows in the S's, and now it's a 4-car battle all the way through the S's. Diogo Teixeira moves through on Alex Heller. Alex Heller drops back into 12th position now. Victor Lundgren getting involved. He's behind the pair of them, and indeed he's got past Alex Heller. Alexander Gray in 14th position. This is a nice 5-car battle here between the drivers. You can see them all lining up ahead of Alexander Gray. As you look through his cockpit, he's going to lunge up the inside of Alex Heller. No, he thinks better of it as they come around this long right-hander in the long S's here, coming down towards the bottom of the circuit. Roger Sale has moved up past Baby Skywalker finally, and oh, Victor Lundgren! Victor Lundgren has come together with, was that Diogo Teixeira there?
No.
I'm not sure. Victor Lundgren is around, and the only battle on track remaining is this one between Roger Sale and Baby Skywalker. And also between, is that Alex Heller and Alexander Gray? Indeed it is Alexander Gray looking to make a move.
No battle.
Oh, Diogo Teixeira!
What happened to Diego?
Oh, he's just recovered that one. He almost came together, Alexander Gray and Alex Heller, as they came by them, but he went well and truly sideways coming up towards the bridge. He's dropped a couple of positions, but he's recovered very well, and now the battle between Alexander Heller and Alexander Gray remains. And then there's that battle between Hugh Jass and Lil Skittle in the top 5. We'll see if Hugh Jass can line up a move on Lil Skittle here. These two, as I said, battling over this position in the championship as we look at Hugh taking the lines, sticking to them like glue. Smells Like Weed not far behind. He's also not far off in the championship standings from these two, so he'll be looking to gain some all-important points. Roger Sale is gaining on Baby Skywalker as well for 8th position, but we'll keep an eye on this for now, as these two seem quite close. Ryan Skywalker close to Henry Comsey as well. He's going to be looking to line up a move very soon. Surely Ryan Skywalker looking to claim back some points. Remember, Ryan needs to get all the points he possibly can if he wants to wrap up the championship next round. Otherwise, it's I think by next round he should have it wrapped up. 400 points maximum, correct?
I don't know, I didn't look at the standings, but definitely you did. Ryan still gaining on Henry Comsey, going faster and faster, trying to dive it down the inside from pretty far away. Distance for these MX-5s, that's not where you want to dive. Going through the gulch, Ryan is still behind him, trying to get some slipstream. This is a really hard, the bridge turn, a really hard braking zone uphill, going around the Kings. No, just the King. Into one of these last corners, also breaking down here like Brussels. Well, Ryan lost his lead in Spa, so he actually knows how to take this corner, not like the Brussels corner in Spa-Francorchamps, and still trying to slipstream Henry Comsey.
He is indeed. Henry Comsey looking in his mirrors and seeing it's full of Ryan Skywalker. That bright lime green MX-5 is filling the wing mirrors of Henry Comsey as Ryan Skywalker looks up the inside, sniffs at the inside of turn 3, but goes very wide on turn 4. Looking to get a little bit of overspeed on Henry Comsey coming out of the S's. Henry Comsey taking that defensive line, but that might lose him some speed as they come off the S's now. The gap, 0.3 of a second. It's coming down. Indeed it is now into the 0.2 of a second as we go around each corner. It flicks up and down between Ryan Skywalker and Henry Comsey. These two locked at the horns. They're so close together, and well, one mistake could cost both of them this position, couldn't it?
It definitely could, just 3 seconds little skill away, so yeah, that cannot help if they crash together. It seems like Ryan is losing a little bit of time. No, that's just breaking into this large corner.
Yeah, it seemed like breaking into the hairpin there. Ryan Skywalker lost about 0.5 of a second. Potentially that's a setup difference. Potentially Henry Comsey has a little bit more straight line speed. Gulacek is past Baby Skywalker. Oh, indeed, everyone's past Baby Skywalker because he's round. He's in the wall. In the wall of the hairpin. I think he's outbroke himself there. He's gone straight on. He's lost about 5 positions, and that's Gulacek, Diogo Teixeira, and everyone else all past him now. is Roger sailing amongst all this? He was battling with David Skywalker a lot long ago. Indeed, he's back with him. Potentially, them two come together. And I think I might have missed it. Directing on point as always. Ryan Skywalker still battling for this third position with Henry Comsey. He's looking to try and gain at any time possibly can, but he's just not finding the speed right now. Henry Comsey is doing fairly well. In third position there. And where else are the battles going on here on track? Hugh Jass and Lil Skittle not far apart from each other still, these two. You could throw a towel over the pair of them, honestly. These two have been absolutely locked bumper to bumper all race long. They're so close, these two. Lil Skittle currently just edging Hugh Jass out. That could all change in the reverse grid race to come after this race, of course. Stay tuned for that one. But there's about 2 battles on circuit, and they are for 5th and 6th and 3rd and 4th, aren't they?
They are not for that good of positions, but I think for Ryan, any points are good points.
Oh, they
Trying
are,
to
and
win
he could.
the championship almost side by side. With Henry Comsey, I think he finally got it nailed down a little bit. That hairpin.
Yeah, he's looking to make the move, and Henry Comsey is well alongside him here. These two drivers come side by side in towards the corner, but Henry Comsey has the outside line. He's going to try and make the switchback maneuver in towards the gulch. He's got a little bit of overspeed on Ryan Skywalker. He's alongside his rear quarter now, and they come up towards the bridge corner. Henry Comsey is behind Ryan Skywalker, and he's unable to hold on to that position for any time longer. As you said, Spitzlam, Ryan Skywalker just found a turn of pace there, didn't he? He just did something different, and it's worked for him.
Yeah, definitely seems like it because he wasn't that fast before. It's really weird.
Potentially some tyre scrubbing going on. Tyre wear is on in this race, so potentially Henry Comsey's tyres are starting to fall off. Ryan Skywalker managing them better. Potentially it's just a single corner that Henry Comsey's messed up, but you can see the difference there. 1.5 seconds, the difference in lap time between the pair of them. Ryan Skywalker on that last lap putting in the second best lap of anyone on the circuit. The current fastest lap holder and race leader is Max Newt 7, 0.3 of a second clear of any time Ryan Skywalker's done. Max Newt 7 with a rocket up his butt.
That's the breaking downhill, as I said. That's a really deadly corner. Before the paddock bends, that's
a
name
shame.
row. It's name row. I bumped the name.
That's a shame for Juice Veyers there. He drops down the order now in 15th position behind even Roger Sale. Messing up one corner. It shows how costly it can be. All the drivers spread across about 1.5 sectors of the circuit. They're all still locked together even after 12 minutes, aren't they?
Yeah, these cup cars are definitely about speed. If you lose a little bit of speed, yeah, there might be overtake coming next to you. Like Roger still making a little mistake and Baby Scour overtaking him down the inside. A really clean overtake. If you just continue in with the speed with these cars and you just don't mess up, we are fine.
They're like a go-kart, really. As much as everyone, I'm sure, is sick of my comparisons to go-karts, that you have to keep the speed up in these cars, don't you? Because the acceleration is not the best in them. As we see Roger Sale go very wide there in towards the hairpin.
I think he's like that's the score line.
And it's not worked out for him. I think you need to take more of a karting line in these cars. Certainly at that corner, because Juiced has managed to find a turn of pace and now he's right up on the bumper of Roger Sale. You could throw a sheet over the pair of them. Roger Sale looking in his mirror, seeing that it's full of Dutchmen, but nothing going on. Oh, and they come together! Oh, Juice Veyers clips the back end of Roger Sale, sends Roger Sale into the wall. Roger now in the gravel trap. He's going to recover, but his race is well and truly over. He's at the back of the pack and he's going to have to fight his way through in this reverse grid race. Of course, he'll get the pole position. Hopefully he can take off and just avoid anything more like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame for them.
Yeah, it's a really hard corner to nail. Going side by side is not very advised. With a lot of corners in the racing world, seems like.
Yeah, certainly, as we saw last time as well. Alexander Gray close to Smells Like We here for 7th position. Both drivers here looking to take the right line as they come around the kind of snaking S's here coming down towards the south end of the circuit. Smells like we just not got the pace that Alexander Gray has. And here comes Alexander Gray moving outside. He's alongside Smells Like We. He's well alongside before the braking zone for the hairpin. And he's through on him with absolute ease. Dispatches of Smells Like We without a problem at all. And coming out of the hairpin corner now, Smells Like We's going to have to continue in 8th position for now, isn't it?
I think that's it. If he just gonna find a little bit of speed somewhere, then yeah, he can get Alex in basically 2 laps.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, they're going to keep going in 7th and 8th position, and then Henry Comsey still looking to take that 3rd position from Ryan Skywalker, but it's not going on yet. Still a second between the pair of them, so he's not let Ryan run away with it yet, has he?
No, definitely he hasn't.
Yeah, both drivers kind of matching each other blow for blow here. Henry Comsey putting in lap times of mid 147s here. Ryan Skywalker with a low 147 last time out, so last time round, excuse me. So Ryan just edging out a little bit of time here and there on Henry Comsey, but just seems to be throwing it all away when they come through a certain few corners. It seems like you can lose 4 tenths with ease in these cars. I don't know how to make of it.
Yeah, that's a comparison to go-karts. If you just do not stay in that kind of a, how to say it, a line where you don't have to brake, it's perfect. You keep all your speed and you're faster on the pedal. You have more speed through all the corners, and yeah. It's like the go-karts, it's fantastic to learn.
I think you're bang on there. I think keeping the speed up is so important, because if you brake a bit too much or you mess up your line, then you're losing time all the way down the straight, aren't you? You're not just losing time out the corner like in other cars where they can get up to speed quickly. In these ones that are quite slow, you're losing time consistently. And as we saw from Henry Comsey there, he dipped 2 wheels on the gravel and lost about 2 tenths of a second, and it just compounded itself all the way down the straight. He's losing 10th after 10th.
If this was electric go-karts, then braking do whatever you want. The instant torque is massive.
Yeah,
with these types of cars. So
it's electric is a different beast entirely, isn't it? Although it'd be cool to race some electric cars in the next season. We'll see what next season brings. Of course, we'll be organising that, and it'll be starting. Very interesting stuff. Hopefully, we can race some of there. That'll be starting mid-February. I think the week after Valentine's Day, I think, is when we'll start season 5. So,
yes, that's great.
Marketing your calendars. Juiced Bayers in 14th position. He's looking to gain a position on Baby Skywalker. They're both coming through the bridge corner now. Drivers starting the final lap here, and well, I tell you what, we'll keep one eye on this battle, but we'll put the TV cameras on Max Newt 7, because he hasn't had any coverage this race so far. He's had an absolutely exemplary drive. It's exactly what we expect from Max Newt 7. In truth, this is more season 3 Max Newt 7, isn't it? Where he just takes off from the lead, foot down, doesn't look back.
I think that was season 2.
Well, yeah, season 2, of course, he won, so that's very season 2 Max Newt 7, actually. Yeah, foot down, no looking back. He's away and steady, and he's proved that he's not lost touch with that side today, because he's 2 seconds clear of Dennis Bosman in 2nd place, and he's not showed any signs of slowing down all race. We'll see how he fares in this reverse grid race. He's got to make his way up from the, well, right back of the grid. Every driver that's out there is on the lead lap, which means that we are going to see a perfect reverse grid race. So he's got it all to do next time, but for now he can have his moment in the sunshine. Max Newt 7 is going to come around the final few corners here and win the first race, and, well, give us an example of what a race winner looks like, giving him a bit of screen time here. Dennis Bosman, of course, behind, has also not had much screen time either, and we've got to give full credit to Dennis. Dennis did the exact same thing as Max Newt 7, got clear of Henry Comsey and Ryan Skywalker battling behind, didn't look back, and just kept Max honest. He didn't let Max run away with it. He was there waiting to pick up the scraps if Max messed up, but, well, Max didn't mess up, and so he's going to have to settle for 2nd place this time round. Ryan Skywalker finishes ahead of Henry Comsey in 3rd position, and there is Henry Comsey in 4th position, finishing Lil Skittle in 5th, Hugh Jass in 6th, Alexander Gray crossing the line now. He's in 7th position. Good running from Alexander Gray in his first time out in 2023. Smells like we in 8th position, then Alex Heller in 9th, and Diogo Teixeira crosses the line now to round out the top 10, and then Victor Lundgren, Guliczek out of the top 10, which is unsavoury for him. I'm sure he's going to be fighting his way back through in the next race. Baby Skywalker in 13th, and then Juice Veyers in 14th. He didn't manage to get Baby Skywalker on the last lap, and Roger Sale, after coming together with Juiced on the final few laps, finishes a consolidatory 15th, and he's going to be starting from pole position in the next race, which is starting now. Great race there, Spitslam, great race.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Not sure who to put my bets on for this next race, really. All the drivers seem to be on a fairly level pecking, so it seems like once you've got your first lap sorted, you're kind of settled for a little while, aren't you?
Yes, you definitely are. Here is Baby Skywalker.
I believe my outsider bet is on Alexander Gray. He fought his way through from nearly the back of the pack, but we'll see, because we have got fast drivers up at the front, obviously. Max Newt 7 proved he can put in lap after lap. Can he battle, though? Same with Dennis Bosman. Can they battle their way through and put that decent pace out in this second race? And then Ryan Skywalker and Henry Comsey, we've seen that them two can battle safely. Can they put down the lap time this time and get through the pack? Well, we'll wait and see. 1.5 minutes till the red lights go on. First braking zone leader. Who are we going for here, Spitslam?
Juiced.
Second position. Safe bet. Banking that Roger Sale might not have a decent start. However, Roger Sale, we know, is a good driver, and if Roger can get a decent start, he'll be away and clear, hoping to avoid the same incidents that he did last time out with Juiced. I'm sure he'll be nervy sat next to him there on the grid after what happened in the last few laps there. I'm sure the marshal will be having a look at it after the race. Behind them, Baby Skywalker, Guliczek, Victor Lundgren, Diogo Teixeira. Decent drivers in the pack there. Diogo looking to make the moves, I'm sure. He got clattered, I think, in the first race, so he'll be looking not to repeat that this time round. Baby Skywalker and Ryan Skywalker were worried they'd missed the second race because of load shedding in South Africa, but I think they're going to be able to get into this one because it only starts for them in 25 minutes, so they're going to manage to get through these 15 minutes without too much of a fuss. I hope. We all hope. For the South Africans' sake. That's enough filler from me. The red lights are going to start to go on soon. 10 seconds to go. 6 red lights here for the drivers, and they go out now, and oh, they don't go out now, and they go out now. Away we go. Roger Sale doesn't get that good start by the looks of it. Baby Skywalker's actually gaining on him, but Victor Lundgren is storming there from 6th position. He's got a right start, but he's going to be hung out to dry on the outside of the first corner and going side by side for the lead of the race. It's Juiced Veyers and Roger Sale, and Juiced has managed to get ahead of Roger Sale by the first corner, but Roger Sale keeps the foot in, holds on to that first position, coming into the braking zone for the S's. Juiced has the inside line, Roger Sale has the outside line. Roger Sale's been hung out to dry. Juiced Veyers flies through, and Spitslam, you were very much right, mate. Juiced into the lead of this race.
Alex Miller and Max Smith crash come into the S's.
Oh, what a shame for those two drivers there. Max Newt 7, who won the first race. It's disaster for him in this second race. He's got all the work to do to catch up to the back of these guys. We know that there's very little difference between these cars. It's going to be a very difficult uphill battle for him, but we'll keep our eyes up at the head of the pack. Guliczek flying off with his internet there. Victor Lundgren in second position. Roger Sale and Guliczek going side by side around the hairpin. Now Guliczek hung out to dry on the outside. Baby Skywalker's dropped down a few positions off the line. He's now in 5th position. Diogo Teixeira is still behind Baby Skywalker, looking to make the move for 5th here. We'll see if he can pull that one off. The Portuguese driver trying to channel his inner Cristiano Ronaldo and sell his life to the Saudi Arabians. Huge ass in 10th position. Switching and changing with Henry Comsey here. They're going 2 by 2 into the Gulch here. Oh, and Baby Skywalker's round. Baby Skywalker suffering from an incident there. Diogo Teixeira comes together with him by the looks of it. Diogo Teixeira also dropping down the position. Huge ass through on Diogo Teixeira. The Saudi Arabians did not pay off for the Portuguese driver here.
Adam just Alexander Gray feels like we battling for 5th place, going down the name road, down the paddock. Then nobody's selling their souls to Saudi Arabians under my watch. Alexander Gray says that it overtakes the Englishman. Smells like we going into the new lap. Gulicek, Roger Sale, Victor Lunger still battling for 1st place. Gulicek more battling for 3rd with Roger Sale. We know Roger can defend very well, and we know that Alexander Gray is a fast driver who can catch both of them. And who it is? It's Roger!
Oh, Roger's round. I'm not sure if he came together with Gulicek there. It was just off camera, but he's round in the S's. He's rejoining safely, but this is more disaster for Roger Sale, and you've really got to feel for him here. 2 incidents in 2 races. He's an absolute incident magnet. He's taken over from Hugh Jass as the unluckiest man in the world. Victor Lundgren still hunting down Juice Veers there.
Still going with... You seem like Victor has a little bit more speed. Now to the hairpin, turn 8. Really amazing corner. I'm actually getting fascinated by it. Gulicek getting... I don't know, he's flying like a star approach first. Should not advise you to do that. Henry Comsey overtakes, smells like we... Or they're still going side by side. Seems like Henry Comsey has a little bit more speed. Ryan Skalker has more speed than Diego Texar. That's why you don't sell yourself to the Arabians. You're still not faster, you're just the same old dumbass. He is drifting on the cars and losing his lead to Victor Lunger.
Oh.
What happened there?
What did happen there, Juice? Has it been in the wall? Gulicek through in 2nd position. This is...
And smells like we as well crashed, both of them.
What on earth has happened?
Down in the gulch.
Oh, craziness in the gulch here. Juiced Hugh Jass, smells like we all off at that corner. I said that Hugh managed to avoid being the unluckiest man in track time. Well, he's reclaimed that title, I think. Dennis Bosman is through on Diego Texeira as he is on his recovery charge to get himself back up through the pack and get a similar finish to what he got in the first race. He's battling now with Little Skittle, and it's Dutch by Dutch, past the Dutchie. Well, to either hand side. Diego Texeira. Max New 7, he's on his recovery drive. He's managed to get past Diego Texeira. Lil Skittle going for a little bit of drifting on the exit of turn 2 there. That's allowed Dennis Bosman through on him, and he's lost a little bit of time. And now Max New 7 is going to arrive at the scene right up underneath his bumper. Diego Texeira not giving Max New 7 a moment's peace, though. Max has to bear that in mind all the time, looking in his mirrors and seeing Diego Texeira sat right there. But Victor Lundgren leads this race after inheriting it off Juice Veers with that incident that we didn't see off camera. But he won't mind because he's just got to keep his lap times up and keep Gulicek at bay, but that's going to be very hard to do, isn't it?
It seems like Gulicek has more speed around the S's and around turn 8 as well, gaining a lot of time on Victor Lundgren. I said that he was losing even more time than Ronaldo is losing money by moving to somewhere else. But
you love
feels good. Gulicek still doing really good. Henry still racing for 3rd place. He won that 3rd place. He is the Yes, Henry is the Iceman. I remember right.
He is the Iceman.
Trying down the inside, going into the gulch, trying around the outside. Again, the bridge in really hard braking zone uphill. Ryan just almost losing control. That's losing a lot of speed. Ryan is will be overtaken by Dennis Bosman. That's getting fast by Tadachi, not fast Tadachi. Ryan, you're doing the opposite of the song. That's children's song. You should learn better. But still, Ryan is losing when Tadachi is actually passing by the left-hand side. Put your shoulders out, mate. Robin is racing in the top cars.
He's splitting the Dutchies 2x2 here. Lil Skittle sniffing up the inside through turn 1. Don't think there's a move on there, Lil Skittle. He might have to wait till the braking zone off turn 4, but he's lining one up on Ryan Skalka here, using all that slipstream. Going to look to the inside to brake, but it's not going to happen this time around. Ryan Skalka, we saw it in the mirror on stream of Henry Comsey's mirror. He just lost the traction coming out of the bridge, and it's so easy to do when you come over that crest. You lose the back end that steps out. You have to work to recover it. He's down in 6th position now, splitting those Dutchies. Henry Comsey, though, steadfast. He's trying to gain more time back on Alexander Gray, but Alexander Gray is doing very well to keep him at bay as Ryan Skalka goes all over the curbs.
These curbs are not as well. There are little bumps. If I notice that, actually, it's like bump curves, and Ryan is doing some matrix type, just missing a little skill with a grip somehow. Not getting spun out by a little skill by millimeter. That's unbelievable. Little skill has the slipstream and going down to turn 10. Yes, I'm right. He's still not faster, and I say that, and they're side by side. That is going to be investigated by the stewards. Send in another car off the track, into the bridge turn, and now he's going with Max. The old rivals are back.
The old rivals are back together. That was a really interesting one there with Lil Skull and Ryan, wasn't it? I don't know if it might be a racing incident. It was very, very difficult. Ryan Skywalker's absolutely hung out to dry there. Lil Skittle diving up the inside. Ryan Skywalker is fighting for his life. He's taking a big drift around the last corner. What's going on with Ryan Skywalker?
He thinks he's Takumi Fujiwara.
There's no tofu delivery here in Mont Tremblant.
Well, we are talking about the tofu delivery somewhere in Japan, in Tokyo. We are not in Tokyo, we are in Canada. Gulicek is trying to overtake a sweet Victor Langer, still going first, but Gulicek is still keeping more speed through the S's and through these corners. Down till turn 8, Gulicek has better first and second sector than Victor Langer. Yes.
Yeah, he does. He seems to be gaining on him and rubber banding, going closer and further away, but this might be the move here, tailing him all the way down to the hairpin. Gulicek is alongside and almost ahead of Victor Lundgren. Victor Lundgren sticking to that outside line. He's going to try and get a switch back here on Gulicek. He's going to look to the inside line, get the foot down to the floor, power up through the gears, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to try and get that slipstream on Gulicek as they go over the bump here. It's a slight left-hander here into that wide right-hander. We saw Ryan Skywalker and Lil Skill come together last time round. Is it going to happen again? These two drivers going side by side, coming in towards the Gulch. Right-hand corner, wide. Gulicek sticking to the inside line. Victor Lundgren all over the inside curb. He doesn't manage to gain much time on him, but he keeps him very honest, coming up in towards the bridge. Which driver's going to get the lines right? Which driver's going to come out on top? 6 minutes 13 remaining in this race. It seems crazy. There's been so much action going on. But these two locked at the horns in the lead of the battle. Gulicek now up into first position, and a lovely move from Gulicek there, wasn't it, in the hairpin?
Look how much more speed he has going through these corners. Look how much he's gaining.
Yeah, I thought Victor Lundgren might be able to do something of a fight back here, but Gulicek is just in a league of his own right now. Now 0.5 of a second almost between the two drivers at the lead of this race. Even with the slipstream that Victor Lundgren's got, Gulicek is just flying.
Still doesn't have the fastest lap somehow. Then his bossman somehow did the fastest laps, not even catching Henry Comsey somehow. Well, that's a feat I think only Latifi can accomplish. Oh wait, he's not in F1 anymore.
Go Tifi.
So, yes.
We are here in Canada. We need to appreciate the Go Tifi and the Goatland Stroll as well.
Daddy's catch.
Of course.
Should I speak for myself?
We need to look back here because there's a battle for 7th position going on. Lil Skill has dropped into the clutches of Ryan Skywalker. Ryan Skywalker on his recovery drive after a few minor incidents of his own making. He's going to be looking to gain a position on Lil Skill very soon. The gap now underneath 0.4 of a second, and it's one of the closest battles on track. The lead battle still keeping tight. Victor Lundgren gaining on Gulicek. Where did this come from? Over the bump. They're almost side by side.
Lundgren is keeping the slipstream. The slipstream is so powerful in these club cars. They're going side by side into turn 10. What can happen? We know what can happen, but it seems Victor is backing out, braking a little bit more. Gulicek is just whipping the car in there. Just, I don't care. Give me whatever it takes. I need that second win.
Yeah, Gulicek doing
With
anything he can for a second win, can't he? He's flying.
It's we don't have a nickname for that in the Czech Republic.
Well, I tell you what,
You'll have to think about that.
Gulicek's got winning fever though. We've seen it before that drivers who win seem to do better next time round. Juiced is off the circuit and dropping down the order. Oh, once again at the Gulch.
Well, we at least know who is in the Benin, and that's used unfortunately. But back to the leader battle. Victor is somehow gaining more and more on Gulicek for these first 3 turns. Coming into these S's, he's losing into corners a little bit. Apart from the first 3 corners, he's losing. If the first 3 corners are basically full throttle, and you can still have slipstream in there, it doesn't unsettle you. In these cars, at least. So.
Yeah, seems that Gulacek just has it nailed down right now. He's absolutely flying away at the lead of the pack. 6/10 between himself and Victor Lundgren. We're left behind because who's that battling with Alexander Gray? It's Henry Comsey, who's through on Alexander Gray in the hairpin. What a move that was!
What a dive! But he even has more speed. I think he carried more speed into the corner, but it doesn't seem like Alex is still keeping with him. And as I said, that he is losing more and more time. It's like a swing is going back and forth. It's everything and nothing all at once. But Alex is still trying to catch. He knows he has the pace for the first place, and he wants it. This battle of the Scandinavians is back.
It really is. It's a almost Scandinavian series at this point. Alexander Gray is looking to take home his first podium of the year. Henry Comsey doing the same as well. He wasn't here last time round, so both drivers fighting for that. Did Henry Comsey get a podium the first time out? Indeed he did. So, oh no, he didn't. Ryan Skywalker's throwing a little skill whilst I try and mull over my own brain. We didn't catch that on camera there, but it looks like it was in the final corner there. Ryan Skywalker braking deep. Not messing up his braking this time. He's through on Lil Skittle without too much of a fuss, and then we go back to this 4-car battle for the lead almost it is. All 4 of these drivers separated by under 2.5 seconds. Gulacek leading them. Alexander Gray sniffing up the inside of Henry Comsey, looking for a way through on the finished driver. Not happening this time round though, looking to gain any time. What's happened to Ryan Skywalker?
Ryan spun in front of the S's. It happened again.
It's happened again for our championship leader. He's having a tough day out today. Really not gelling with his car. I'm not sure if it's a setup problem for him, but he is not doing well in this MX-5 Cup. And it doesn't look like it's going to be wrapped up before next round. So Ryan Skywalker's going to have to settle.
Stocks that have put it better. But here comes this coming up about Victor, and Victor is slowly losing Gulacek. I saw over a second there, and it's close to a second. Gulacek, if he doesn't get a mistake and will drive, he doesn't have to drive perfectly. He has to drive a very good line over every one of these corners, which, as we see right now, he is doing that perfectly. But an overtake by Ryan on Alex Heller, I think Ryan got back up to speed and is ready to kill. But back to Gulacek. I mean, he's just driving a very good line right now. But Henry is driving a good line after Victor Lundgren and trying to get the slipstream. That was almost a bomb into the shadow realm. Be careful, Henry.
Be careful, Henry, definitely. There's 23 seconds remaining in this race and another lap, of course. On top of that, Alexander Gray is off this battle a little bit. There's about half a second between these drivers, 7/10 as they come across the line. Henry Comsey looking to make the move on Victor Lundgren. He's sniffing up the inside of turn 3. He's braking deep into turn 4. He makes the move into turn 4, but is Victor Lundgren going to have the outside line? He's going to get bumped by Henry Comsey. Henry Comsey runs wide. Victor Lundgren drops down the order. Oh, and he comes together with Alexander Gray. Alexander Gray and Victor Lundgren come together as Victor Lundgren tries to rejoin the circuit after getting bumped a little bit by Henry Comsey. And, well, Rubbin is racing, and Rubbin sometimes leads to stuff like that. And Alexander Gray, the unfortunate victim of something that wasn't his fault at all. Max Newt 7, the big winner there. He's up into 4th position, now chasing this top 3 pack. Dennis Bosman in 3rd position. Henry Comsey inherited that 2nd place.
And I have a question for you, Adam. Do you think Henry can close this gap in 2 laps? Basically, now he's in a dirty air of Gulacek. Do you think he can somehow close this gap?
1.7 seconds between Henry Comsey and Gulacek as we stand right now. That's a mountain to climb for Henry Comsey. I'd love to see it,
well,
but that would be
on a mountain technically. We are on Mont to the Tremblant, so.
Well, I suppose we are. We'll see. He's got a lap and a few corners to do it. It's going to be very, very hard. One thing that might not be as hard here is Victor Lundgren on Lil Skittle. He's tailing him up towards the bridge here. Lil Skittle going very wide out of the bridge corner now. Victor Lundgren sniffs up the inside. They're both on power out the corner. Coming round the kink now in towards the final corner of the circuit. It's Name Row over the crest here. Braking deep before you crest and then round the right-hand corner. It's almost corkscrew-esque. Lil Skittle taking a very different line to Victor Lundgren. Victor Lundgren looking to get the overspeed out of the corner, trying to get a better straight line on towards the start-finish straight. He's going to duck up underneath the slipstream of Lil Skittle here. Indeed, he's actually not. He's going to stick out of the slipstream, sticking out of the dirty air to try and get better grip coming around this wide, long right-hand. That's potentially a good move from Victor Lundgren here. Lil Skittle all over the shop, not sticking to a particular line here. Victor Lundgren sitting behind, breaking deep into turn 4. He gets a little bit of oversteer coming in towards the S's, and he loses some time to Lil Skittle. This battle remains very, very tight here for 5th position.
Victor, I think I know why he has better first 3 corners, because of that last turn. He gets so much speed from that, and if he can just keep it or just use all of the track, use as much of the track so he can keep his speed, he actually has a chance, like Ryan, to overtake Diego Teixeira, to overtake Lil Skill. Maybe. Yeah, that was a good line for turn 8. Now going to the hum. It seems like Lil Skill has a little less speed, but he actually has same or a little bit more because of the clean air. I think Victor is at the edge of dirty air and slipstream.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell people sometimes. You can get knocked out by the dirty air, you can get the slipstream. Victor Lundgren, though, coming victim, losing out in the bridge corner. He's going to drop back from Lil Skittle, and that overtake is now gone out of his reach. But one thing, not out of Gulikjek's reach, it's the win of the race. It's a second win here for Gulikjek. 2 wins, 2 weeks in a row. Gulikjek takes home the trophy here at Canada in Mont Tremblant. Henry Comsey, a 2nd position. Another great finish from Henry Comsey here. Lovely points for him, and he's going to be moving back up the championship order, you would think. But the man that he's battling for that 3rd position spot, Dennis Bosman, did finish in 3rd. He's not going to allow it. He's not going to let that 3rd place come away from him very easily, Henry. You're going to have to work a little bit harder than that, but great showing from both drivers there. Max Newt 7, your race 1 winner, finished in 4th position, and then Lil Skittle finishes in 5th. Victor Lundgren dropped back from Lil Skittle but didn't lose another position. He finishes in 6th position with Alexander Gray in 7th. Ryan Skywalker finished in 8th position. He had a really rough day at the races this time out. Really was not gelling with his car as much as we're used to. Diego Teixeira in 9th position. Alex Heller in 10th. Hugh Jass in 11th. Roger Sale finishes in 12th position. He fought back after an awful time, really, early in the race. Baby Skywalker in 13th. Juice Veyers started on pole, finished 14th. He's had a rough day out today. And it smells like we. The man who will... This is his last race known as Smells Like We. And he finishes last to celebrate it in Smile. That does smell like we, doesn't it?
Yeah, that does smell like... It does.
Right, let's steal Max Newt. Let's grab him in here. Max Newt 7. Race 1 winner. Max, race 1 went according to plan for you, didn't it? No complaints, really.
Yeah, it was very good race. Poland led the whole way, so no drama there.
Yeah, no drama at all. And then the second race, well, the second race was a bit more drama filled. You got kind of bumped a little bit, and then you dropped down to like 15th position, but you fought all the way back, and 4th is not a bad result there, eh?
Yeah, there was car on the inside of the corner and I didn't see it, so I crashed it straight into it and got some damage, but it was nice to overtake some people after that. And
yeah,
fourth is good for second race.
Yeah, we were saying you kind of had a very quiet race. You didn't get much screen time in the first race, so we didn't know how well you would do having to fight 3 people in the second race. But you proved that you are that good, and just calmly dispatched of everyone. So well done, mate. Great racing today, and well done on another race win.
Thanks.
Right, there we go. Any questions for Max before he goes, Spitslam?
No, but I think you should drop the accent, eh? Yeah, great race, but I think you can do definitely more than today. So
Yeah,
good luck on the next one.
thanks.
cracking stuff. Right, thanks for joining us, Max. We'll see you another time, I'm sure.
Yep, see ya.
There we go. Max Newt 7. Race 1 winner. No sign of Gulagzek in the voice channels, so I don't know if we'll
Wait,
get to
I will
chat to him
DM him.
today.
I'll spam him a little bit.
Right,
Just
see if we
normal
can
stuff.
get him about. It'd be great to talk to him as our newest 2-time race winner here at Track Titan. Managed to do what Diego Teixeira couldn't: win 2 weekends in a row. And a great second race from him that was. So it'd be great to talk to him. But we just talked to Max Newt 7 there. He had a great race. Other drivers of note: Henry Comsey had 2 decent races. Dennis Bosman, as ever, sticking there in the top 4. Just absolutely sticking to his lines and never complaining. He's going to top up the points slowly. What
Yeah,
else?
he will come. Just wait a little bit.
Okay, well, hopefully we can get to talk to Gulagzek soon. Henry Comsey's number 1 hater is in the chat. I won't read the comment out, but you can all see it. Let's steal Gulagzek. We're stalling him now. He's in the chat. Gulagzek, 2 wins, 2 weeks in a row. Are you making a habit of this? Are you going to win next week?
I don't know, but I'm not happy from this win because I had terrible net code in first race and messed up like everybody's race, and I'm not really happy from the win.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's good accountability. We did see you kind of flying about. You seem to have it sorted by the second race, and it ended up doing you good because you actually wanted to race people.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I have normally stable internet connection, and just from nothing it started to fuck up, and I don't know.
We don't swear here.
Well,
We are a family friendly channel.
sorry.
So you know.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
I
just
messed up
really
as well at
angry.
the start, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm really angry. Sorry for
yeah,
that.
well,
It's
it's
fine.
it's all right. It's decent that you're owning up to it, then, and yeah, shows good character. But more importantly than any netcode problems for you, that's 2 race wins. That second race win didn't come easily, did it? You had to really fight for it.
Oh, yeah. It was a really good fight with Victor, I think, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, it wasn't. You kind of inherited a position easy early on when Just went off. Did you see him on the side of the circuit? And when you see another driver kind of backwards, I think it sometimes unsettles people, but you don't seem to be unsettled by it. You just carry on.
Yeah, I don't care if somebody behind me, like if he isn't pushing me so much. Yeah, I knew I can speed up if I want, but I was afraid that some network issue would just mess me up again. So yeah, I ease off my pace.
Well, I mean, you did fantastically. You held on to the lead, managed the race from the front, so absolutely can't ask any more of you. You picked up where others didn't, and well done on our second race win.
Yeah, thank you.
Any last questions for Gulagzek before he goes, Spitzlam?
Well, great race.
Well,
You can still have so much more wins. So
Yeah,
keep it
I hope
going.
so.
yeah, your number 1 fan's in the chat as well, so it's always great to see Joseph.
And here in the commentary box.
Nice one, Gulagzek. Right, great racing, and we'll speak to you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening.
See you, Gulagzek. Right, awesome racing there. Awesome stuff from our 2 race winners. Great to talk to them both. Thank you to everyone that's joined us today. It's been a great pair of races here at Mont, Tremblant, and I hope you all join us next time out. Next time you can join us. Well, it's next week. This time next week, and we're going to be at Brands Hatch. It's an interesting time. It's Clio versus Caterham. The drivers are going to have a choice of the Renault Clio Club or the Caterham. I think it's 320. We're not sure how this is going to go. 2 very different cars. One's front-wheel drive, one's rear-wheel drive. They're kind of similar-ish on lap time. We might see another one of those moments where all the drivers pick one type of car, but we'll see if there's anyone there to throw out a wild card. I hope you join us for this one next week. This time, as I said, at Brands Hatch. Any closing remarks from tonight's race in Spitzlam?
Well, we had great races as always. So yeah, nothing much.
Yeah, hopefully we'll repeat it next time out. So thanks to everyone for joining us, and we will see you next time.